Hey guys, welcome back to Heat Check Sports. Today we're bringing you another weekly NFL picks video. Last week in week 1 of the NFL season, we went 9-7 with our picks. Not too great. A few of the teams choked last week. I'm not going to mention any names. Detroit Lions. I'm looking at you, Detroit Lions, and the Philadelphia Eagles, and the Bengals. So I'm looking at you for some of the choking artists of last week. But this week, hopefully get a better note. Starting off strong. We're going to go with the Bengals in this week. I think they're going to turn things around. I don't believe in Cleveland. I don't think Cleveland is a very good team. I think Cleveland is back to them old selves. They got a lot of offensive talent, but they don't know how to utilize talent. I think Joe Burrow is going to get his first win as an NFL quarterback tonight. I'm going with the Bengals in the upset. Go Sunday games. I got Buffalo over Miami. I think Buffalo's going to destroy Miami. And as a Dolphins fan, it pains me to say that Buffalo is the better team all around. Giants at Bears. I'm going with Chicago on this one. I don't think either of those teams are very good this season. I just think the Bears are a little bit better, have a little bit more of a defensive regime that can actually help them out and help them win this game. Atlanta at Dallas. Two teams who both lost last week, looking to bounce back. I think both of these teams are good teams. Both of them have really strong offensive core. A lot of receiving talent in this game between Julio Jones, Michael Gallup, Amari Cooper, Calvin Ridley. The list goes on and on. I think this is going to be a really big shootout. And for the Cowboys, that's not pretty common. But for Atlanta, they've been used to that for years. So I'm going with the Cowboys on this one. Next up, we got Detroit at Green Bay. I think Green Bay is going to absolutely slaughter them. Aaron Rodgers looked insane in week 1. I thought Minnesota was going to win last week. Green Bay showed them who's boss. And with the choke Detroit just had against the Bears, I think Green Bay is absolutely going to win this game. They're probably one of my locks of the week. Tennessee at Jacksonville. I think Jacksonville winning was a fluke. I think Indy should have won that game. But we're going Tennessee on this one. They went into Denver last week, showed Denver how it's done. I think Tannehill's a good quarterback. I think Tannehill's going to lead them to victory this week again. Minnesota at Indy. I'm going with the Vikings on this one. I thought both of these teams were going to look better in week 1. I thought Indy was going to get the job done in Jacksonville, and I thought Minnesota was going to win at home against Green Bay. But home field advantage doesn't have the same effect as it does this season. And I think the Vikings just have more talent, and the Colts have a lot to prove. Rivers looked all right in week 1. And I expect more from the Colts running game this week in Jonathan Taylor and Nyheim Hines. But with Marlon Mack out for the year, I'm going with the Vikings on this one. 49ers, Jets. I think 49ers are going to kill the Jets. There's not a whole lot else to it. Rams, Eagles. I am very surprised that Philly lost to the Washington football team in week 1. And I think they're going to lose again to the Rams, who just beat a good Cowboys team. Broncos, Steelers. I think the Steelers are a good team. I think the Steelers are going to come out on top against Denver. I don't believe in Denver's offense. I think a lot of people are really overhyping Drew Lock and the team that got going this season. I think Ben Roethlisberger looked good in week 1. I don't think he's a player to necessarily start in your fantasy lineup. But I think James Conner is going to turn it around and have a much better performance against the Broncos. Carolina at Tampa Bay. I think Brady is going to get his first win as a Buccaneer this week. Carolina, Teddy Bridgewater looked all right in his first year at Carolina as starting quarterback. And Brady looked all right in week 1. I think Christian McCaffrey is going to do absolutely incredible this game, but I just think the Bucs are going to come out on top. They looked all right week 1 against the Saints, and I think they're going to carry that momentum into this next week. Washington and Arizona. Who thought both of these teams would be heading into this game 1-0? I think Arizona's going to take this one. I think Kyler Murray is someone to look out for. He's a very dangerous player all across the field, many aspects of his game. I think Arizona is a good team this year. A lot of people are sleeping on them. They're going to go to the playoffs. I guarantee it. Arizona's going to win this game. Start off 2-0. Kansas City at the Chargers. Going with the Chiefs on this one. I think it's going to be a closer game than many people think. Chargers, don't sleep on them. Tyrod Taylor is a better quarterback than people think. Yeah, he slowed down a bit. He's been around the league a lot. Austin Eckler is an absolute stud. Chiefs surprised me in week 1. Clyde Edwards-Helaire really, really impressed me. 138 yards, 1 TD. Patty Mahomes looking good like his usual self. Chiefs coming out on top. Baltimore Texans. I feel bad for the Texans. They played the Chiefs and then the Ravens in back-to-back weeks. Two of the top teams in the AFC and the NFL for that matter. Unfortunately, I don't think Houston's going to pull it out this one. I think they're going to start off 0-2, but I think they'll be the best 0-2 team in the NFL. New England, Seattle. This is going to be a good game. I think Seattle's going to pull out this one. Seattle went into Atlanta, beat them. Russell Wilson only missed 4 passes. He was 31 of 35, over 300 yards, and 4 touchdowns in week 1 against Atlanta. New England is a little bit better, not by much. I think Seattle is going to come out on top. I think Seattle is a much better team all around. And I am not on the Cam Newton bandwagon right now. Monday night game, Saints-Raiders. Whoever thought that the Raiders were going to be relevant again? I think Saints are going to win this one. It's going to be a shootout. I think Josh Jacobs is the future of the Raiders franchise. 93 yards and 3 touchdowns in week 1. Josh Jacobs, I don't think it's going to put up those similar numbers against the Saints. They don't have a great offense, but I think this game's going to be a lot more reliant on the passing game for the Raiders compared to relying on the running game last week. So, you got Jacobs. I wouldn't expect a similar result that he had last week, but don't sleep on him either. I think it's going to be a closer game than what a lot of experts are saying, but the Saints are going to come out on top. So, those are our picks for week 2 of the NFL season. Let us know what your picks are in the comments below. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe to this video, and go check out our website, hechecksports.com. We've got a lot of great content on there. Some articles on fantasy football for what you should do for your team, basketball, baseball. But why don't you go check it out for yourself? hechecksports.com.